Apostle Erastus Snow occupied most of the time. He said he felt gratified at the general tenor of the instructions given during the conference, and with the response they found in the hearts of the people. We were approaching an important epoch in our history. In his early life he looked for the winding up scene to take place without much delay, but as he grew in power to discern the true character of this work, he regarded those as the days of childhood. The ancient apostles had not the privilege of establishing a gathering place for the saints of their day, as was enjoyed by the Lord's people of these latter days. We had not been without opposition, however, in attaining to this favored state of progress in the work of God. It consisted of drivings and expulsions, and even sending an army against us in our secluded retreat. And now, through the influence of bigoted Christian ministers and others, legislative enactments were brought to bear against to impede our growth. Were it not for opposition, however, we would grow rich and careless. And how long, he asked, would it be before we lose sight of the kingdom? Our Father knew our condition better than we. He would order all things for our best good, and it behooved us to acknowledge his hand. This was the dispensation of the fullness of times, and all had to be revealed in our day that had been stowed in former dispensations, and consequently much was to be won in a practical form to establish fully and permanently what heretofore had, as it were, a mere passing existence. Prominent among the agents that would be used to bring about this state of things was the welding or binding of the hearts of the children to the fathers, and those of the fathers to the children. Also the sealing power of the priesthood, for time and for eternity, and the patriarchal order of marriage, that permitted righteous men to beget numerous posterity, to perpetuate their name, referred to the doctrine of atonement and remission of sins as foreshadowed by certain rites of the Mosaic age, and the efficacy thereof as revealed by the Lord in our day. Spoke of temple work and the responsibility that rested upon the heads of families and upon every firstborn son in behalf of his dead relatives, and of the duty of everyone employed in this service to sanctify his heart through righteous desires and deeds, that his temple work might be acceptable to the Lord. Admonish the people to look into their own hearts as individuals and families, lest they may fall by the way. If, he said, such sore trials await the people that the righteous will hardly escape, how shall the careless and reckless among them appear? The speaker dwelt on the sanctity and union of the family circle, and the duty of everyone, male and female, who resumed the responsibility of the family relationship at the altar, to labor to produce this state of perfection. He warned all against assuming the responsibilities of the family unless they were prepared to make sacrifices, and were willing to labor diligently to accomplish the end for which they aimed, and the necessity there was of subduing every evil passion of their own nature by continually warring against everything that tended to evil, lest they have to contend against the same unruly elements of sin in the children they beget. This was a duty equally binding on husband and wife or wives. He called upon the bishops to sacredly guard the portals of the house of God, by refusing to give recompense to unworthy persons, and to personally labor in connection with the teachers of the ward, to produce a better condition of faith and works among the people under their watch care.